Hello everyone, my name is Larry Chin. Thank you all so much for coming and watching my YouTube channel. Please, if you have not watched our videos on pivot table using Excel, please go above my head here and click that link, okay? But today I want to show you how to use pivot tables in Google Sheet. This is a wonderful practice. Those of you who are used to Excel, you know that Excel works the same like Google Sheet. The only difference is that with Google Sheet, have internet and you need to be working in a cloud-based system. But of course, the pivot table is a concept in Excel and Google Sheet that helps you to easily summarize and analyze huge and large data sets. It also makes your work more professional. It also makes your work more easy and quick, especially with the current economy where time is very valuable. Okay, pivot table help you to do that work very quick. And again, also within our pivot table system in Google Sheet, I'll be showing you how to navigate within rows, within columns, and also how to use filters within your pivot tables. Okay, and of course here you are not going to be seeing drag and drop like in Excel. They have done it in such a way that it's easy to just pick a data, especially summarizing that data within either in the existing sheet or in a different sheet. Let's just jump in while I show you how this works. So right now I'm in my Google Sheet, and right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. And the first column here talks about category, the second one talks about the subcategory, the third one talks about the sales, the quantity and profit. So all what I need to do here is to come to insert here, and once I click insert, after I have clicked in around this table here where my data is, I'll come to insert here, and if I go down here I'm going to see pivot tables. Okay, once I click pivot tables, it opens up same as it opens up in Excel. Okay, and it says new sheet or existing sheet. If I choose existing sheet, it's going to appear around here, okay, on this same sheet. So I'm going to choose new sheet and I click create. Now once I click create, you see that it creates a new pivot table here. Now I was in sheet 1 here where my data is, and it brought me to sheet 4. Let me delete this particular sheet here. I think this is the previous pivot table that I created. Let me delete this sheet. Okay, I have deleted that sheet. Let me also delete this one. I have deleted this sheet. Perfect. So right here we are on this sheet. Remember, we came to this sheet where our data is, and then we created our pivot table, and it brought us to this new sheet. Now there is something I want you to check here. When you look at here, this header, all these headings that we had here, from category, subcategory, sales, quantity, profit, you see that automatically, and Google Sheet is able to bring that for us around here. You see, so we have category, subcategory, sales, quantity, and profit. That's the first thing I want you to note. The second thing I want you to note is that we have suggestions now from Google Sheet. Okay, it is suggesting that we should look at the average sales for each subcategory here. It means we should look at this average sales for each subcategory. It's always suggesting that we should look at the sum of profit for each category. The sum of this profit for each category, and it also suggests that we should look at the average of profit for each subcategory. Okay, these are suggestions that Google Sheet already brings to you using the AI strategy within the system inbuilt. Fine. And then with these suggestions, I can just close them from here. You see, I've closed the suggestions. Before we go back to those suggestions, I want to show you something here. Every pivot table, same in Excel, it brings you a row, a column, a value, and a filter. Okay, this row simply means that if I click here, normally in Excel I need to be dragging and dropping. I'll drag this category and drop here, and then it changes. Okay, or I drag my subcategory and drop here and it changes. But here it's not so. Here you have to click. So Google has been able to do it such a way that if I click beside this row here, all the same header that are here are provided here. This is to make my work easy. I can just come here. Let's say I want to select category, and I click category. Once I click category, you see that it appears here around my pivot table. It shows that I have 4 categories: furnitures, office supplies, and technology. Okay, and I might want to look at this category in terms of sales. Okay, so I'll come now to value. Okay, remember that when we talk about value, same as in Excel,
when we are working with pivot tables, we always refer to where you have figures. Okay, so our figures are found under sales, and they're also found under profit, and also they are found under quantity, because we are talking about the amount of money, the quantity sold, etc., etc., and the profit, which is also amount of money. So if I come to my values here and I click, I can decide to look at the sales against the category, or I can decide to look at the profit. But let's look at sales first. If I click sales, you see that automatically it brings each sales beside each profit. So Google Sheet is able to sum all this up and give you exactly, okay, as quick as possible, same as in Excel. I might still come here again, still under value, and I want to add, okay, and I click add, and I say I also want to look at the profit, because previously we chose the sale, and we say sum of profit, and we click. You see that it brings sum of profit beside sum of sales. So from here now I can look at my categories, look at the sales of the category, look at the profit of the category of the category. Yeah. So the first category is furniture. So I can look at the sales and the profit. I can also go to office supplies and look at the sales and the profit. This is important. Let's go back to our sheet here, and you see that we could not, it was difficult for us to look at that summary here just by looking at this table you see now. So we are going to each category here, and then we are looking at the sales and the profit in summation, okay? And this is how quick Excel can, Google can do this for you. So also there is something we can do here, okay? Remember, we have just looked at the sale and the profit against the category here, okay? We can also do that using the subcategory. So let me cancel this subcategory up, this category, and then I select now. Instead of selecting this category, I now select subcategory, and I select. Okay, there's one thing I want you to note. I'm selecting it at the column location. Let me delete this and go to the rows instead. If I select my subcategory, you see that it brings me now to the rows. It brings all my subcategories to the rows. You have accessories, you have appliances, art, binders, bookcases, etc. These are all my subcategories. If you look at the subcategories, they are a little bit more than the category, okay? And remember that we are still clicked here on sales and on profit, okay? So it's still showing us the sum of sales and the sum of profit. But there's something I want to show you. Let's say here your company says, hey, we want to just look at the sum of sales and sum of profit just for, maybe we want to just look at it for just for 3 of these, okay? We want to filter this now. This is now when this filter here is important, okay? With this filter now, I'll come here, I still choose the same subcategory here, and once I choose under this filter, the use of this filter here is just choosing what you want to use at the moment. Filtering is like you want to cook make fufu, and then you have the corn that has been ground, and you want to sift that area that you want to use at the moment, okay? But the one that you are going to keep, like the chaffs, can also be useful for your poultry, okay? It means at the moment you want to cook fufu, but the chaffs are not useful at the moment. So now let's assume that what we are going to be choosing here is what the fufu want to cook at the moment, and the chaffs are going to be kept. Maybe in future we might use it to do something else. That is just the idea of filtering, okay? And if I come here to my filter here and I choose here, once I choose, you see that you have all these items under my subcategory here. They appear here. You see now they are selected here. Let's say I want to unselect. I want to keep supply, storage, and phone, and I want to unselect this. I want to keep machine. I want to unselect. I want to keep furnishings. I want to unselect this. I want to unselect this. I want to keep chair. I want to unselect this. 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 Okay, and then I click OK. You see that it only brings those things that I've selected: art, chairs, furnishings, machines, phones, storage, and supplies. Okay, it only brings this. This allows you to select within your company. Let's say this subcategory, you had about 1,500 subcategories. Okay, they might call you and ask you, please, we want to see the sales of a particular category. So all you need now is to come here, bring that category in here as we have done, or maybe category or subcategory or any other header that you have in your data, and then you just come here and then choose those that they have asked you to select specifically. Okay, this is very important when you work with pivot table. This is the reason why we work with pivot tables. This is very, very important, and I think that this is going to help you a lot. We can also look at this in terms of quantity. I can still go here and I delete my sales here, I delete my profit, okay, and I delete the profit. You see that all the subcategories are there, especially the one that we chose. I can come here and come to value now, and I say I just want to look at the quantity. You see now, it's telling us that art sold 17, chairs sold 7, furnishing sold 7, machines sold 9, phones sold 1, and all that, and so on and so forth. Okay, you see that within values here we are dealing with numbers. Within columns here it appears the other way, and then within rows here it appears just like you see it here. Okay, so this is how you can navigate within your pivot table. Again, many people have been asking me, can we just sum? Okay, if I come here to this small option here, let's say under my value here that I've just added, let's say I added yes, quantity here now, and then it sums. Okay, I can still come here again and I count A, and I count A means that you are counting figures and text. Okay, I can still come here and I look at the average. I can come here and I look at the maximum. If I click maximum here, you see that it gives me only the maximum. Okay, I can still come here and I try to look at the minimum. Okay, and I click, you see that it's giving me the minimum. It means out of art here, it gives me the minimum was 1. Out of chair, the minimum of 2. A company might ask you, I want to see the minimum of each of the subcategories. You just come here and you click, it gives you the minimum. They might ask you that they want to see the average in terms of those sales. You see now, in terms of the quantity, the average quantity, you can click here and it changes to the average. They can also ask you many questions here for you to sum. Okay, I mean for you to calculate. So there's sum, there's count A where you count figures and text. There's just count where you count just the amount of figures. There's count unique. The moment I want to count, if I click unique here, it shows that in terms of art there were 3 unique chairs, there were 2 furnishing, there were 2. So this is just how you can navigate, and then you do a lot when it comes to pivot tables with Google Sheet. I hope this really helps you, and looking forward. Yeah. Also, I want us to come here very quick and look at the suggestions we saw previously here. Okay, and here you see that if I come to this suggestion here and I just click, these are suggestions that were given to us by Google Sheet. Okay, automatically as we created our pivot tables, it says average sales for each subcategory, and I just click there. You see that automatically it arranges everything, giving us the average sale for each category. If I come again to this next suggestion, it says sum of profit for each category, and I click. You see it changes automatically, or it gives us the sum of profit for each category. If I come again and I come to average of profit for each subcategory and I click, you see automatically it gives us. Okay, so this is a way that Google Sheet has been improved in order to do your work very quick and easy. Okay, and another tips I want to add here, I can come here and I select this and I change this to dollars. You see here I've changed this to dollars. I can also come here and I remove this decimal point. I can come to this decimal point. This one says add them, this other one says remove them. Okay, you see how I'm removing decimal places. Many times when we analyze data, we remove all the decimal points. So here you have $25, $58 instead of 25 point. Okay, so this is important for you to note. Yeah, so this is important for you to note. You see, so this is how my data look right now.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope this really helped you. Google Sheet is a very good tool to start learning how to use, especially navigating within the pivot table aspect of it. It helps you a lot to do your work quick, do your work efficient, and also do your work like a professional. Thank you all so much, and see you in the next video. Please make sure to join our group down there using the link. Let's meet on WhatsApp and begin to share bilaterally some other challenges that we face while we use this tool. We can share together and learn together and grow together. Stay blessed.